So good afternoon everyone. So today I'm going to teach you how to elicit the new word or the new vocabulary. So here are the contents of my presentation, of my teaching today. The first one, techniques for eliciting new vocabulary. The second one, guidelines for eliciting new vocabulary. And the last one, I'm going to do the demonstration on how to elicit the new word from the student. So go to number one. Here's techniques for eliciting new vocabulary. According to SoCal 2010, there are 8 techniques that we can use to elicit the new vocabulary, which include mime, examples, opposites, really, translation, synonym, pictures, and the last one is explanations. So go to number 2. The guidelines for eliciting new vocabularies. Here are some guidelines that provided by Mr. SoCal 2010, which is the first one. Before we eliciting the new vocabulary, we have to choose an appropriate techniques to elicit the vocabulary item that we want to elicit. And number 2, make sure that the language that we use is appropriate and fit to the level of the student. And make sure that the language is simple and the question that you are going to ask the student is easy to understand. Number 3, if your student cannot guess the word quickly, so you don't need to wait and you have to tell them the word immediately. Number 4, after you tell the words, you have to demonstrate the pronunciation to the student, and the student should also repeat the words correctly and individually. Next one, the teacher has to write the new word on the board, include part of speech, and also the stress, and also other important information, for example, plural And after you have elicited the new vocabulary item, drill the pronunciation quickly again in order to make sure the student understands how to pronounce it. Students should copy the new vocabulary into their notebooks, and another important points for you to remember is that don't try to teach too many words at a time. Make sure that 4 to 5 words is the best, is good, and it is enough. And the last guidelines, don't spend too long eliciting the new vocabulary, and it should not make more than 15 to 10 minutes. Okay, so next one, here I'm going to demonstrate to how to elicit the 5 vocabulary here, the new vocabulary from Interchange Unit 3. The title is Time for a Change. So you can elicit the word cramped by using synonym. And you can ask the student with the question here, what is another word for too small? So here you have to already decide which technique that you are going to use, and then you decide to use cramped with synonym. So the eliciting techniques or eliciting question, you can use what is another word for too small, and then the student will come up with different ideas according to their understanding. And with another word, the word convenient. Convenient, we can choose explanation techniques. And here I can give some example. For example, you always feel good and comfortable when you are in your bedroom. So you stay in your bedroom is what? So here is how we elicit. And then the student will come up with the word convenient. the word expensive. Expensive, you can use the good technique that can be used for eliciting this word is using opposite, or we can say antonym. So the eliciting question is that what is the opposite of the word cheap? So the student will come up with the word expensive. So here are how we elicit the new words. And the last one, I'm going to use pictures in order to elicit the word from the student with the word locker. Can you go to the next slide? And then I will show students these pictures and ask them, what is these pictures? And then they will answer with different ideas. So the correct one is locker. Can you go back? Yeah. Go back. Yeah. So here, after we elicit, the student will get a word, and then I will write down the word on the board, and also tell them the part of speech. For example, cram. Cram is adjective. The stress, where do we stress? No, because it is one syllable word. So with convenient, I'm going to tell them, convenient is also adjective, and we are going to stress on the word with convenient. So that is the stress. So that's all for the lesson today. Eliciting the new vocabulary. Thank you.